Oh my God! John, are you there? We saw what Jimmy you say. Jimmy. Jimmy. Huh? I don't think Jimmy is here. Jimmy is not here. Jimmy. Yes, maybe he's in the loo. Jimmy? Oh, come on. Jimmy's not here. Okay, so what do we do? What do we do? Now, what do you do? I'm sorry. I have to use the script. We can't. The show has to go on. I'm sorry, gentlemen. Oh, really? Really? Okay, so, where were we? In the hall. Jimmy, how can you do this to us?
I had to go home and get something that I had waited.
Oh, Jimmy, you can't be serious, Jimmy. If you can't come 2 minutes into the show, Jimmy, you're supposed to be at 1 hour before the show.
I'm sorry, but I had to go home. You know, all this has happened today.
We cannot depend on accidents or anything for this. Today, I mean, the people are here.
I was really locked in a supermarket.
Okay, Jimmy, you are... It's okay. You are fine. You are fine. Let's get on you. Just come in there, but I mean, that's quite... Give me the script. Thanks, Waudo. God! John, are you there?
I'm in the hall.
I hope you're ready for this. Jesus wept! They must have come across the streets and crossed the door. Probably took the stuff out this way. What? The bastards! They even poured wine on the walls and the footman! What sort of homes they come from, for God's sake? They come from the sewers, John. That's where they come from. I can see they've taken everything. Your video player, your television, your carpet. They've gone everything from the kitchen. The silver's full. Not the silver. Sorry. Everything. They've come in here and watered my life. They've watered my freaking life. I've been personally violated. At least they left your hockey stick. If I catch one of the bastards, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to beat the crap out of him. And then count the straw. That's all they deserve. And my God, they'll get it.
They could be upstairs.
Well, what did you think that?
It could be. We did come back early.
They would have had the taxi, surely.
Would they care? We've pretty much here, and it could be several of them. Still, we have one advantage. What's that, John? We're in the right.
I know we're in the right, John, but what is this? Better call the police, then we'll beat the crap out of them. John, the phone is dead. I must have cut the wires.
I suppose that's normal practice.
It means we're dealing with professionals. It means we have to be careful. It means we have to send the dogs up! Go to the kennels, John! Get the mothers of the mastiffs, John! We haven't got any mastiffs, Trevor.
We haven't even got a dog.
They don't know that.
Do you want to frighten them away?
Yes, don't you?
No! I want to catch the bleeding bastards. Mind you, I did wish I had a mastiff. Barking mad with rabies. I'd like to see them in conversion, begging for water, and people to drink. And you know what I would say to them? What good is the judge in what you know, you bastard? What good is the judge in to you? You freaking John!
John!
I know we're both very angry, and I know you feel personally violated, but I think we should calm down.
Calm down! There's fun on the left tonight, Trevor, and you want me to calm down. You did not got this, did you?
No, I didn't even know you had a safe.
Neither did they. I chose the spot very carefully. These little bastards will run away from all these books. Are you coming?
Does it work?
Of course it works! I use it for killing bombing, so it should be ideal for the purpose.
We're forgetting something, John.
What?
The ladies.
The ladies?
Yes, someone has to protect them.
Yes, you're quite right.
You stay with them. I'll go out.
Be careful.
They'd better be careful.
If they're there, what will you do?
I am going to shoot the shit out of them.
Oh my God!
I know. Apparently it's the same in the dining room. The place is an absolute shambles.
Poor John, how's he taking it?
He's gone as far as freaking, but he could get worse.
Why are you smiling?
I'm not smiling.
Of course you're smiling.
Well, I'm smiling now because Vader was smiling, but I was
Then what were you doing?
I don't know.
You did the same when my mother died, and you had to break the news. Remember?
Yes, I sort of pulled this face. I suppose it's to conceal my emotions.
So it's more of a grimace.
Yes.
Still looks like a smile. The problem is other people's misfortunes seem to put you in such good humor.
I'm not in a good humor. I'm sorry for him. Poor John. He's not smiling. That pain is definitely throbbing. I thought he was going to burst a blood vessel.
Where is he?
He's gone upstairs.
Shouldn't you call the police?
Yes, but he's dead.
Only.
That's what they got.
There's a remote.
Remote! It's like master bit up here. Why couldn't he have lived on a road like anyone else?
Are you saying he deserves this?
No, but it's times like this that you need neighbors.
Trevor, you don't even know our neighbor's name.
I do. It's Marshall.
They left 2 years ago. It's false, and they haven't spoken to you since you hit that cat with a
At least you haven't isolated yourself. That's the trouble with having money. Makes you so vulnerable to this kind of thing.
So is that what you stayed for? Trevor is being buckled.
We're not poor. And we didn't have an attempted break-in. And I wish you'd stop trying to imply that I'm jealous of John. I'm proud of his success. He deserves it. He had a rotten childhood.
You told
Marshall Square. My mother would not let him into the house. You know why? They lived in this flat. I went there once. The room was not bigger than a parking case and it was full of people. And at school...
he was bullied.
Say he was. He wore the same pair of trousers for 3 years. He grew, but they didn't. He looked like a bloody giraffe.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
They left the mask. The one we bought them for their anniversary. That's embarrassing.
Why?
They left it. They left it, Trevor, because they knew it was a cheap imitation.
So does Barbara. John put it on the mantelpiece when we arrived, and she has been moving it closer to the door ever since. We'll be out of the house by Monday.
Even so, we can't leave it here. That's so embarrassing.
At least they left this.
What's it like up there, John?
They've been through all the bedrooms. They've taken everything of value.
I'm so sorry, John.
Do you know that one of them actually stretched out on the bed and it's a bag of sweets?
How do you know?
Of an impression of the pillow and sweet papers.
Sounds a cool customer.
But there was nothing untoward.
Jenny, the bedrooms have been ransacked. What do you mean untoward?
There was nothing unpleasant.
Unpleasant?
There was no daubing, no scratching, nothing of the sort.
No, I didn't see any talking.
At least they were professional.
Professionals, they're not professionals. I've worked all my life for those things. That's professional. They come in here and take them. That's freaking telling.
Yes, of course. Sorry, John.
Shouldn't you bring Barbara in? She's only wearing the same dress. She must be feeling cool.
Yes, you're quite right. I don't know how she's going to take this. It's only been a year since she was mugged. Where is she?
She's in the garage. I may need some help.
Why?
She's asleep.
saw how much you drank at dinner and how quickly. I'm surprised you didn't drink straight from the bottle set on time. I wouldn't have minded, but she's the only one that took to drive tonight.
Certainly couldn't have done that.
Neither could any of us. We all drank on the farm understanding that she was going to remain on mineral water. It's because of her that we had to leave the cat at the restaurant.
I think she was drowning her sorrows.
Drowning her sorrows? Don't you think it's a shame tactless to be drowning your sorrows on your wedding anniversary? God.
Don't worry, John. I'll get her.
I'm so sorry, John. I know how hard you work for all this.
All this? You mean all that? It's gone, Jenny. All of it. It's gone.
Well, at least they left the pictures, and there's no damage.
Perhaps I should be grateful.
When our neighbors were done, they left graffiti all over the land, and something unpleasant on the sideboard.
Ah, but they weren't professionals.
Did they take any cash?
No, they didn't even find it. That was in the safe. And they didn't even find the safe, so they're not that professional.
Is that even true?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you where, Jenny. I'm not saying that an expert wouldn't have found it, making an intensive search over a long period of time, but not your average criminal. You see, the average criminal usually looks for...
I thought it might be there.
Well, if the media were to find it, it's impregnable. You'd have to have the combination to get into it, and no one has that apart from me.
Not even Barbara?
No.
Why not?
You see, the normal way the criminal gets into this sort of stuff is by spotting the victim to reveal the combination, often as a torture. Since Barbara doesn't have the combination, there'd be no point in torturing her.
But do they know that?
What?
Would they know there's no point in torturing her until after they've tortured her?
I hadn't thought of it like that. I still would not tell her. I carry large sums of money in that safe, and I don't believe in putting temptation on her path on the ground that she's totally incapable of resisting it.
That must infuriate her.
It does.
The irony of it is that she knows the combination. She knows it, yet she doesn't know it. You know what I mean? I wonder why the alarm didn't go off.
Perhaps it did.
No, they would have had it at the farm and at the cottage. Barbara probably forgot to set it.
Does she usually set it?
It's her responsibility. I get the car out, she sets the alarm. What do you do?
We don't have an alarm. We usually leave the lights on and the radio, sometimes the television. Actually, there's more happening in our house when we're out than when we're in.
Is that what you did this weekend?
No, this weekend, Trevor left a cup of tea, a half-eaten sandwich, and an open book on the kitchen table in full view of the window. Then he took a wheelbarrow and left it in the drive, with the rain leaning against it at a casual angle, as if a gardening tour had been interrupted. Then, just in case anyone was watching, he drove off down the street, and I followed him casually in a pair of guns. And he picked me up 2 streets away.
My God! What is country coming to?
Now, Barbara, you better take in a deep breath.
It's not as bad as it looks.
What is it?
I don't think her eyes have adjusted to the light.
Adjusted to the light. Look at her. She can't focus. She's out to lunch. I'm sorry, Jenny. It's only that if she had done what she undertook to do, we would have the car and the cupboard.
What about your mobile?
Strangely enough, that's been stolen, Trevor. Haven't you had enough of that?
No. The big thing is that no one was hurt.
There's no serious damage.
There's no daubing, nothing unpleasant.
What's she talking about? Try the wine glasses. Does the tin one empty the dishwasher around here?
What you have to remember is that they're only things.
They may be only things, but they're bloody expensive things.
I mean, they're not as important as people.
They're more important than some people I can think about. The bugger who took them for that.
My God! We've been boggled!
That is what we have been trying to tell you.
Well, if they said not going to do anything, where are the police?
You did not set the alarm.
How do you know?
Because the police would have been here.
Do you remember setting it, Barbara?
I can't recall!
Should have been a habit.
I don't know, when something becomes a habit, you don't always remember doing it. Which unhappily is the story of my life, and even if I had never the cottage.
What? I was a good one.
That was umbrella when they probably didn't hear it.
They did not hear it because you did not set it.
And the silver gun?
Yes.
Crystal?
Yes.
Porcelain?
Yes.
My jewelry?
I thought you were wearing it.
Not all of it! On the dressing table?
Then it's gone. It should have been in the safe.
I can't open this safe!
You only have to
You
ask.
are getting the car!
Then you should have won it.
All of it? Did you want me to sink to the ground?
You are doing that anyway.
Well, I'm not standing here twiddling my thumbs. I'm going to get my car and fetch the police.
That will only slow things down.
Why?
Because they'll spend the first half hour breathalyzing you.
I'll go, John. I'll go. I'll get my car keys. Jenny, you better come and see if anything is missing.
Oh, look. They left this. That tells I mean, they can recognize plaster of Paris in the sphere.
They bought what they could afford, and that means something to me. They're my oldest friends.
So you keep telling me, and that's why you have them almost every
We
weekend.
don't.
We do. For barbecues, for swimming, for tennis, almost every weekend. So he's going to get his car out. I wonder if he'll expect to be reimbursed for the petrol.
He is not me.
He is a free loader.
No.
Then where's his wallet? Have you seen that man's wallet? I haven't. I know he keeps making this gesture towards his back pocket. Is it there to say?
There is no need to be so sarcastic. He was a friend when I had nothing, and I am not going to lose touch.
Well, there certainly isn't. I thought he might have offered to pay for the wine tonight, but no. All he did was make those feeble gestures towards his back pocket. Then ate all after 8 minutes.
The meal has not cost us anything. It was the company. I've got them down as visitors from abroad.
I wish so well, then they'd be going back. Did you have something done this weekend? It's as if you can't talk to me anymore.
Well, there's more talk about it these 4 of us.
She's going to make it, isn't she? Do you know she makes her own soap?
What?
Well, she told me. She doesn't make it exactly, she recycles it.
I don't understand. Surely once you've used soap, that's it.
Not to change it. You know all those little pieces of soap that are too small to use? She puts them in these little gadgets. They make a whole new piece of soap. I don't know if she has her own crest, like in that level. Probably got the idea from Trevor. It was Trevor who suggested sharing the bath water.
Sharing the bath water?
This of the meters to share the bath water. Now, I don't know if that means they get two together. Having seen the size of the bath, I should have thought that should have been a bit of a squeeze. And then they sit on top of each other. Or if they go in one at a time. In which case, I'm not sure who goes in first. Do you think they toss for it? One thing that's about those two, they're not using up a great deal of the Waudo sauce.
Do you have to be so patronizing? I suppose it's because I knew them before you. It is something that you cannot share.
I wouldn't want to.
You should have known Jenny, man. She was so vital, so alive.
Yeah, I wonder what happened.
What's the matter, Trevor? They're checking my wallet.
Where was it?
In my
Is
sock.
that where it was?
In my credit card.
Was it your socks too?
Yes, in my suitcase. I didn't think anyone would look in a sock.
I certainly wouldn't.
Trevor thought it was the first place he took. Why didn't you carry them with you?
I wonder that too.
That's because he did not think he'd need them.
Have you lost anything else?
Yes, my dad.
Was it in your socks?
No, on the dressing table.
Well, I don't suppose that's important.
Unless they get to your breast and bug on you.
Do you think that's likely?
Anything's possible. They could steal your engagement, take up with your friends.
Barbara, it's not funny.
I think Trevor knows what it's like now.
I know what it's like, John. We did have an attempt at breaking.
Yes, actually, Trevor was quite resourceful.
I wouldn't say that.
What happened?
Well, I had this scratching on the landing window one night, so I sneaked a look and saw this man on a ladder trying to force an entry. What did you do? Well, I had nothing on at the time.
You sleep with nothing on?
Yes.
Is that how you follow me?
Barbara!
I ran to go hospital. Although, of course, he did put me at a disadvantage then. So I drew back the curtain suddenly and went, ah! I went, ah!
That must have given you a shock.
He ran up the ladder and ran up down.
I would have done the same.
Jenny, have you lost anything?
Yes, a gold locket.
Where was it?
It was in a jar of peach fruit.
I didn't know you had a gold locket.
Well, I haven't now. It was my mother's.
Why didn't you wear it?
It didn't go with what I had on.
Look! We are wasting time. Trevor, did they leave your car key?
Yes.
Then we have to drive down to the farm and to the Coopers. If the Coopers aren't in, drive on until you find a phone booth and call the police from there and going out to the lake. I have a feeling that they could still be out there. Barbara, better start preparing a list of what's missing.
He's so masterful, isn't he?
I'll get the car out.
Trevor, you didn't put your PIN numbers in your credit card, did you?
No.
Is that something?
Do I in my diary?
The old cash point is going to get a good thrashing tomorrow, Jenny. How long will we be ringing back? Should we start the study?
Who are you?
Police! Then ask the questions. Are you the owner?
No, I'm a visitor.
Oh yes, what's your name?
Farrington. Trevor Farrington.
Any identification?
Pardon?
Anything to substantiate you're the same Trevor Farrington?
No.
I find that rather strange.
No, they stole my wallet.
You're mad?
No, it was in my sock.
Most people carry them in their inside pocket.
It was in my suitcase.
Oh, I see. So you don't really know who you are.
Mr. Myers can vouch for me.
But it's not here, is he?
No, he went across the field.
So all what we have here is an unidentified man with no credentials acting in a suspicious manner. Don't leave this room.
I was going to get Mrs.
I
Myers.
say don't. I don't want you hooking it. I'm not as fast as I was.
Is there something wrong with your neck?
I should be on sick leave.
Why do you think I'm acting in a suspicious manner?
You have a furtive expression. You lick your lips too much, and people who enter houses without any means of identification are usually criminals. Apart from which your face is familiar.
You can't help that. My mouth is dry because you've been drinking. And if I seem furtive, that's because you're so suspicious.
Of course I'm suspicious. Suspicion is my trade. No means of identification. I bet you haven't even got a label in that jacket.
Yes, I have.
Oh. You shop there, do you?
That's not a crime, is it?
No, but it's only goes to this place, does it?
I'm a visitor.
So you keep saying. Look, it's not just the obvious fact that you're out of your depth here. And it's not what you say. It's what you haven't said. You haven't asked me for my ID. That criminal rarely does. He knows a copper when he sees one. You have submitted yourself to this interrogation without question, almost meekly. I could have been anyone, but you assumed I was a policeman. And why? Guilt! You have a criminal's innate fear of authority.
All right, show me mine.
It's a bit late for that now, Sunshine. Have you touched anything in here?
I'm afraid we all have.
At the moment, I'm more concerned with you.
But will they have worn gloves?
Are you trying to teach me my job?
No, but surely.
They may have worn gloves. They almost certainly wore gloves. What we hope for at the moment is a moment's aberration. A hole in the finger, something. That's what police work's all about. Grinding, soulless routine, and a little bit of luck.
How did you know about the burglary?
What?
How did you know?
We had an alarm call put to the station by a neighbor.
So Mrs. Myers did set the alarm after all.
It would appear so.
Look, let me just...
Never mind about it. I take a look around the ground. Stay here. I don't want you disturbing anything.
You're leaving me here?
Yes.
I thought you suspected me.
What makes you think that?
Your attitude.
Yes, in the falls, I'm afraid. But my years of experience tell me that although you have an unfortunate manner, and your eyes are a little too close together, you haven't the necessary bottle to make a criminal. Besides which, I think this was done by the Dandora 42 brothers. They've been active in this area. Now, whatever your faults are, you certainly don't come from Dandora 42 brothers.
One moment, I still haven't seen your ID.
You are improving, sir. Inspector Bostock, CID headquarters.
Look, let me get Mrs. Myers.
Don't touch that door.
Then how do I get out?
You don't. I'll get to Mrs. Miles shortly.
Is there something wrong with your leg as well?
Yes. I was kicked on the balls by a very nasty piece of work on Friday night. Did Mr. Miles stop there?
Yes.
I'll have a word with him.
Be careful.
Why?
His arm.
What's he got?
An old army pistol, I think.
Oh, would he use it?
I think he's looking forward to it.
That's all I need. A trained householder with an old army pistol. It gets more dangerous every year. It used to be antique swords and cooker knives. Now it's fire. We're facing an escalation of violence here. Well, if you see him fast, tell him if he tries using it, he'll do more time than the burglar.
And more if it's a policeman.
Policeman?
You.
Right. They throw the key away.
Aren't you going to have a word with him?
Not at the moment.
What's that for?
Breathing problem. Chronic asthma.
You are in a state, aren't you?
This job is very edgy. It's the daily confrontation with the worst elements of society. Forever contemplating the worst, scabrous faces of evil. I know policemen of 40 who pass for geriatrics. I myself am undergoing counseling.
Really?
Still goes to the territory, I suppose. Good evening, ladies.
Who are you?
This is Inspector
Chief Inspector Barrett.
Barrett.
Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mrs. Smiley?
Yes.
First of all, Mrs. Smiley, can you vote for this man?
Vote for him?
Can you vote for his character? He says it's a visitor.
Well, he is a visitor, but of course I cannot vote for his character.
Barbara.
Well, I can. He's my husband, and he's never done a dishonest thing in his life.
How very rare. I didn't know this is a paragon of virtue.
Surely you don't suspect Trevor.
Of course he doesn't. Actually, he thinks it's the Dandora 42 brothers.
The Dandora has two brothers. Why don't they say Dandora?
Because then they wouldn't be known as the Dandora for two brothers, would they? But don't let me too hasty. I said it could be the Dandora for two brothers. I have to keep an open mind. Try not to disturb anything, madam.
Disturbed anything. It's been disturbed. I've not seen this house so disturbed. I'll tell you one thing. It's not as disturbed as I am.
There may be fingerprints on that bottle.
I doubt there'd be room. Mrs. Miles has handled it a great deal all evening.
I wouldn't mind, officer, but we've been home all weekend. We only slipped up for a couple of hours.
That's all it needs. I know a couple who spent a year abroad, came back home and found the house exactly as they left it. Popped out for a pizza and got that.
I suppose it's just your luck.
Perhaps, but what the Dandora for two brothers are concerned, luck doesn't come into it. They may have had this house on observation.
You mean this weekend?
That gives me a cold feeling.
Don't be alarmed. I said it could be the Dandora for two brothers. I can't commit myself with one line of inquiry. I need to use my powers of observation dispassionately. It's amazing what secrets the scene of a crime can reveal to a practiced observer. The faint aroma of cheap aftershave, for example, pervades the room. Passion oil, redolence of the underworld.
That's me.
So it is. We shall of course need a list of the stolen items, madam.
What's the point? You'll get them back.
Don't be too sure. However clever these people are, they eventually make a mistake.
Yes, there's a large footprint on the flower bed.
Is there?
Yes.
Well observed, sir. We shall have a cast of that. Large, you say? Could be the Dandora for two brothers. They are well known for their large feet.
They cut the telephone wires.
That sounds like them.
They've immobilized the cars.
That is to prevent you from raising a hue and cry, sir. They leave nothing to chance. He seems you're building up a profile here. Anyone for Vic's Kingdom? I find them most refreshing in these situations. Quite energetic, and they help with my breathing.
Do you think you catch him?
I hope so. I've been after them a long time. It could be the pinnacle of my career. But I must keep a clear head. I must assemble the facts with geometric precision. Unfortunately, the trouble with geometric precision is that it can lead to a conclusion that's absolutely causal. But that never happens to Sherlock Holmes. He can say, I deduce from this man's clothes that he's recently returned from India, that he served in the army, writes regularly, and is partial to snuff. It never turns out that he's wearing some other bagger's clothes. There you are, sir. Who are you?
This is Chief Inspector.
Bostock! Will you keep that gun away, sir? We're in a confined space and I don't want any accidents. I'll see the license for it later. Did you see any signs of them, sir?
No.
There could be two alternatives. Either they've gone across the mall or they're heading for the motorways by now.
Well, aren't you going to go after them?
Wheels have been set in motion, but there could of course be a third alternative.
What's that?
Did you see Godzilla, sir?
Godzilla?
They were all looking out to sea, all eyes peeled for Godzilla, all searching the horizon. Then what happens? It comes round behind them in the backwater while the children are playing, while they thought they were safe, and starts eating them.
What are you trying to say?
Have you searched the house thoroughly?
Yes.
The attic, the cellar?
Well, no.
Then I suggest you start. I searched the outhouses.
Suppose you find someone.
Then I empower Wataka, citizen's arrest.
That's funny.
What?
I didn't see his car.
Perhaps he hid it, so as not to alarm the dozen.
I don't know why he bothered his alarm everyone else.
What's the matter with his neck?
He was kicked in the balls by a very nasty piece of
He doesn't look in very good condition.
No. And he seemed to have trouble remembering his name. I could have sworn he said Bostock, then Barrett.
How did you know about the burglary?
The neighbors reported the alarm going off.
That's funny. I've been down there. The Coopers aren't in. How could they have had the alarm if they were not in?
They couldn't because I didn't set it.
I thought he said he could not remember.
Well, now I remember.
Don't you see? He's the one! He's a freaking thief, come on! Like, let's go, Java!
There could be more of them out there. You better come with me. And get something to protect yourself.
Jenny? I protect yourself.
Barbara! Barbara! Barbara!
Yeah?
We've caught him.
Oh, good.
He was hiding in the garage. We had him wheezing.
I must say he's terribly out of condition for a housebreaker. He does not have chosen something more sedentary.
Sit down there.
You'll be in serious trouble for this.
Who are you?
I've already told you. Chief Inspector, damn it.
That's a different name.
What? Why were you hiding in the garage?
I wasn't hiding or searching for clues.
And the four dead chairs and
If
some
that's what the clues are, that's where you find me. Clues don't jump up and bite you up, look for them. That's what police work's all about. The painstaking sifting of evidence, the back-breaking routine.
Don't start that all over again.
Why did you come here?
Now that you are alarmed.
I didn't set it. I forgot.
How can you remember you forgot?
What makes you think that this one is a policeman, Java?
You showed me this one of guy and his picture.
Search his pocket, Jenny.
Back.
And you recognize this picture.
I did get a good look, but it seemed familiar.
It should do. It's you. It's your Social Security cards and your credit cards.
My God.
Now perhaps you're going to give us your name.
I've already given you 3. How many do you want?
How many names have you got?
I don't know. I usually say the first thing that comes in my head. I called myself Boxy Pressure the other day. I mean, do I look like Boxy?
No, you certainly don't. You look exactly what you are. A mean, pathetic little crook.
And wait a minute. He was prepared to believe that I was a policeman.
You are very convincing.
Thank you.
You always say you're a policeman?
No, I improvise. Like the time I lifted these rings from a jeweler, I was across the road when they stopped me. Was I his mate? No! I told them I wanted to see how it looked like in the daylight.
I brought the other side of the road.
I said the light was better there.
And they believe you.
I can be very persuasive.
Well, you're not going to talk your way out of this one. And I wouldn't try anything. This gun is loaded.
I knew we'd get back to that. Why don't you keep it away? Apart from the fact that it stifles conversation, you don't need it. I'm a sick man.
Well,
Chronic asthma. High blood pressure. I couldn't get away. Even if I did, I couldn't manage those hills. I was raised on the flat. It's all right for the people around here. They've got bigger lungs. They'd soon catch me. That's my trouble. I'm an urban figure in a rural landscape. What chance have I got?
You're very articulate, Father.
I know. I spend most of my days in public library.
yes, and both of you ladies in private reading houses.
Don't shout, sir. Any sudden attack could prove fatal.
Oh, all right. You're a sick man. But how do we know that your friends aren't still out there?
Still out there. You've got the noble brotherhood wrong if you think that. They'd be well away. It's like a mission behind the enemy line. Every man for himself. They'd be happy past the motto is by now.
Yes, and it's my property.
Our property.
Our property. And I want it back.
Well, what do you want me to do? Take an advert in the Baglas Weekly? They shall be in prison.
But you know who they are.
I know very little about them. Only they are proud men deeply ashamed of what they are doing. They are brought into it by economic necessity, victims of the recession. They led perfectly respectable lives once.
And what about you? What is your excuse?
I was never trained. I was misled by political promises. They told me that it was a new age, that I was born into the world of leisure. I didn't know they meant unemployment.
And you think that is a sufficient excuse? I could put a bullet into you right now.
I wish you could calm down, sir. This is a highly volatile situation, and that pain in your temple is throbbing. Look, you won't get any aggravation from me. It's not my style. Ask anyone. When apprehended, Griffith's priest offers no resistance and attempts to talk its way out.
So that's your real name?
All of it.
Why Griffith?
There's a legend that I was once locked in the garage by the owner of the house, and that I took all my clothes off and covered my body with multigrade and exited through the cat flap.
I do not believe it.
I was free in those days.
It's probably more to do with the slippery nature, Spriggs. Do you know what I do to people like you? For the first offense, I'd cut off your left hand. For the second offense, I'd cut off your right hand.
I don't know what you cut off next.
Well, you would agree with me. It would reduce crime, wouldn't it?
It would certainly reduce the demand for gloves. There won't be much call for them in our way. The trouble is one half of the country seems to be robbing the other half. It's bound to cause resentment. My solution is to take it in turns. One half robs Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The other half robs Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Confessions.
We all have Sunday off to enjoy our possessions.
Are you mocking me?
I never never to mock a man with a gun in his hand.
I wouldn't get too emotional, John. It's not worth it. Besides which, you can always get it back from the insurance.
And more.
What?
Did you know that insurance policy claims exceed the value of property stolen by 50%? It's getting there, sir. It's your birthday. If you need any receipts, I can print.
How dare you? Because you understand those things are mine and I want them back.
Do you really understand the nature of property? Do you really believe that we own anything? The Maasais don't.
What are they going to be the
They
Maasai?
find the whole idea of ownership laughable. They believe that property is theft.
Yours certainly is.
They know they are going to die and they know you can't take it with you.
Well, if my husband can't take it with him, he will not die.
I do not want to take it with me. I just want it while I'm here.
In 100 years' time, total strangers will be handling your property.
They are handling it now. Now, get a strong rope from the garage.
What are you going to do?
We are going to tie him to the chair.
That's a relief. I thought you were going to hang him.
You're not going to talk. You're not going to get out of this one easy, Greasy.
Do you really need that, sir? Only I have a sensitive skin and I cannot bear to be restrained.
Then you've certainly chosen the wrong profession.
Can you do this with him, lady? I've got chronic asthma. Suppose I want to reach my tablets. All I was doing was trying to point out the transient nature of possession. One day this house will echo to unknown voices. There will be alien laughter coming from the tennis court. Children, yet unborn, will be playing in the pool. Strangers will live here.
Well, if they do Spriggs, they'll have bloody well paid for it. And I don't care if you trust yourself like a chicken.
My God. I thought you were supposed to be the weaker sex.
My wife was marked last year and was relieved of a butterfly, diamond, and sapphire brooch worth 15,000 shillings. If I were you, I'd expect very little sympathy from her. Yes. Barbara, sign the back of that check.
He ought to be able to breathe.
That is not essential. Barbara, you better get back to preparing that list.
It would be quicker if you did it.
Barbara, come on, please.
Where are you going?
I am going down to the Coopers. I have a feeling that they could be back. Trevor, you better take this gun. Do you know how to use it?
Yes.
Jenny, better give her a hand, will you? I'm going to deal with you later, Spriggs.
I thought that sounded rather ominous, didn't you?
Yes.
Well, I'm used to threats. But the biggest question at the moment is, will you use that gun?
Surely the big question at the moment is, will I use it?
I already know the answer to that.
you wouldn't. But would he?
Even if you make him angry,
I try to remember that in future.
he has this temper. John's the sort of man who has come through life without ever reading the small print.
And you don't?
I've always been more cautious.
It doesn't seem to have done him much harm.
No. And the strange thing is that he was such a failure at school.
Yes, makes you wonder.
Yes.
You knew him at school then?
Yes, I was head boy and he was bullied. He was smaller then.
He must have been.
He never thought he'd become such a great success.
What did you become?
I'm sort of a minor civil servant.
What does he do?
He's the managing director of this large international conglomerate. He started there from school, they expanded and he never looked back.
So you can say he was in the right place at the right time.
You can say that, but he also worked for it. He came from literally nothing. I'm proud of him.
You're proud of him?
Yes.
Let me get this straight. At school he was a failure and you were a very big success. Now the situation's reversed and you're proud of him?
Yes.
Why don't you admit it? You hate the bastard!
No, I'm pleased for him.
You're repressing him.
I'm not repressing it. I don't hate him. Why should I?
Because you've lost and there's no such thing as a good loser.
Well, I'm used to losing.
But that doesn't mean you have to like it. Tell me something. Suppose the bastard had a heart attack, which cannot be far off if you ask me. What would be your strongest feeling?
I'd be sorry.
You'd be bloody delighted.
That's where you're wrong. I'm not jealous of his success because money has never changed John. He's always kept in touch. I preferred my company to that of his fancy friends. He's totally unspoiled.
Some might take that view, but others might see him as a rich bastard who has you around so he can flaunt it.
No.
You're enthusiastic, that's all. With you can measure how far it's come.
On the contrary, it's because he enjoys my company. We do most of the things together. We swim, we play tennis.
Yeah, I've seen you playing tennis.
You watched that?
This afternoon, the rustic figure in pork pie hat resting on a stick.
That was you?
Yes. I like a sporting contest. Not that it was very sporting and it wasn't much of a contest. Do you always lose?
He's a good player. What do you mean not very sporting?
He cheats.
No.
He cheats on the line course.
No.
And he gloats.
He's never gloated.
He does when he's got his back on you, positively gloats. And when you always have to play at the end?
What end?
The end of the tree.
He's only a friend, you don't bother to change
There's
ends.
nothing friendly about it. He forces you into that tree. You're playing half your shots through the branches. You need to be a bleeding monkey.
Only a game, it's not important.
Well, it may be only a game, but if he cheats at one thing, he'll cheat at another.
What do you mean?
I mean, no one makes all that money without robbing someone.
No, he had a share option.
What's that?
The company gave him an option to buy shares 3 years ago. And they went up. He did not have to find the money and he was able to take the profit.
Suppose they've gone down.
Then he would not have had to buy them. It was an option.
Is that legal?
Yes.
How much did he make?
About 3 million.
And you're sure it's legal?
Yes, they do not want to lose him. They're called golden handcuffs.
Yes, I know all about golden handcuffs, but I've never come across such variety. You mean that he clouds at 3 million quid?
Yes. No one got robbed. The shares simply went up in value.
Why?
Because profits went up.
Exactly. And you know why they went up? Because they reduced the workforce and put half the production to subcontractors. So someone got robbed, didn't they? The poor souls that got laid off.
How do you know all this?
I know. 3 million. Makes you wonder what's in that safe, Trevor.
And how did you know about the safe?
I know.
Then why did you open it?
Who do you think I am? Osama bin Laden? That's a multi-lock. The type of one of those enough to make strong men weak.
Could you have blown it with dynamite?
Not my style, Trevor. I know someone who tried to blow up a multi-lock. When the smoke cleared, the safe was still intact, but he was standing stark naked with his stick in his hand. You need to know the combination. Something personal to him so he wouldn't forget it.
Yes, I suppose that's important.
Yeah, certainly is. I know someone with a multi-lock. Forgot the combination. That was 12 years ago. Still can't get into it.
Surely you can call the manufacturer and get the locksmith.
Not really. You see, the contents would need some explaining.
I see.
Every day he tries to remember. It's driving him crazy. You know, it's some sort of date, a moment in history. Reminds me of that body they found when they were digging the borehole. Mouthful of gold stick, but died a bankrupt.
Why was that?
He had them as an investment, see? But made a mistake of insisting on a perfect fit. When the great day came, he couldn't get them out.
What did he do?
Shot himself. That's what poverty can do to a man. Don't you ever get tired of being poor, Trevor?
I'm not poor! So you need to know the combination?
Something personal to him.
Like his date of birth.
No, I've tried that.
How do you know his date of birth?
Found his birth certificate. Did you know he was a pastor? Mind you, I didn't need his birth certificate to tell me that. I don't know Stephen up when I noticed the cards.
Cards?
Wedding anniversary cards.
No, I don't think John would want to remember that.
But could he forget it? I know I can't. So I started some few combinations, and that's how I got trapped. Was the anniversary today?
Yes,
How long have they been married?
20 years.
20 years! You don't get that for killing someone. 25th of October 76. 251076. And what else does the combination?
Well, it's too late to find out now.
Is it? Are you an honest man, Trevor?
I don't know.
No, none of us do until we are tested. Is it honesty or fear of being caught? How would you like to gamble?
What do you mean?
I mean that you've got the right combination and there's money in this safe. What about it? That money against my freedom.
You're crazy.
A man, that man is ill-gotten, Trevor, and that means you'll never be reported, and you'll never have a better chance. You won't be suspected. I will. And I'll be gone. 251076, Trevor.
I don't even know if there's any money there.
No one has a mind to keep handkerchiefs in. And there's over 100 grand in there. What? Say left the room a few minutes, and when you came back, I was gone.
No, I couldn't do it to John.
He do it to you, 251076.
No.
He do it to you and what? 251076.
Barbara says she needs a strong man. They jammed the drawers with the tall boy.
What about him?
I'll stay.
Are you sure?
Yes. I can squeeze the trigger just as well as you.
My God, whatever happened to the gentle sex? I blame those video nasties. I thought it would be more understanding, more compassion.
Don't depend on it.
Do you believe in forgiveness? Do you believe in giving someone a second chance? A last chance? Well, I can't face prison, not again. What's the point? I'd only come out worse than I went in.
I find that hard to believe.
But if you had let me go, I swear I'd never reoffend. I swear that on the head of my dying mother.
Dying mother.
She doesn't know it. Lingering illness. But tonight she'll speed things up. Shock will probably kill her.
Spare me the details.
No, you don't want to hear, do you? They'll be waiting for me tonight. Round the table. Looking at the empty chair. My poor mother. My anxious wife. My daughter, pregnant at 15. My youngest with learning difficulties.
You're very unfortunate in your choice of relatives.
Perhaps you'd like to make that phone call. Telling them Dad's going to be late. 5 years late. The rest of his life late.
I would, but you cut the telephone line.
Well, I'm not surprised. No one's ever believed me. Why should you? If they had, things might have been different. Tell me something. Can you put your hand on your heart and say you've never done anything dishonest?
I'm most certain,
You've just thought of something.
and it's not important.
Then why can't you tell me?
It was a long time ago.
There's no statute of limitation on crime.
It wasn't a crime, I was a student. It's silly, really.
Yes.
There was a bookstall on the marketplace, and we just kept a one-eyed man. He wore an eye patch.
Only one eye. Sounds promising.
But he kept boxes of books. Some at 5 shillings and some at 1 shilling. The book I wanted was the Oxford Book of English Verse. It was in the 5-shilling box. Are you with me?
With you? I'm ahead of you.
Well, I was a poor student. Every Saturday I haggled with him over the price of the book, but he never reduced it.
So,
One lunchtime, he left the bag in the charge of a small boy in glasses.
glasses. Good eyesight seems to have been at a premium in that store.
When he was away, I took the book from the 5-shilling box and put it in the 1-shilling box. Then I asked the boy how much it cost.
And he said £1.
Yes, it was an impulse.
Don't you believe it? That was done by all the skill and cunning of an international fraud. And by getting 4 eyes to name the prize, you avoided all the possibilities of retribution. It was flawless.
It was quite trivial.
Trivial? And what happens when the poor old one eye comes back from the pub, found the book missing, and takes his throat? Who'd get the blame? I'll tell you. 4 eyes. A clip around the ear and instant dismissal.
I don't suppose you even noticed.
You don't think that? Did you ever go back to the store? And you ever quote from the Oxford Book of English Verse without thinking of the boy in glasses?
No.
Do you know how it feels when you're wrongfully accused and sent on a downward spiral? I do. It happened to me. I was the poor boy in class. You can write that wrong. You can let it go. You can give it a all those years ago, perhaps things might have been different.
Like the bishop's scandal.
Bishop's candlesticks? I wasn't even on that job. I've never robbed the church.
No, it's a story. According to the bishop's candlestick, and he didn't press any charges. And the man became a respectable citizen.
That's my point. What did you say?
If I had to let you go, do you promise never to come back?
I promise.
And you promise never to do anything like this again.
On my mother's life.
And you better go train yourself.
God bless you.
Wait a minute. Take this.
What?
It's a gift. What are you waiting for?
Those things out there, diving and squeaking, are they bad?
Yes, they're catching insects.
They get into people's hair, don't they?
No, that's an old way to steal.
But they're blind, aren't they?
Yes, that's why they make the squeaking noises.
Well, I'll make little squeaking noises if they get in my hair.
No, I mean, they have their own radar.
So do jumbojes, but they still crash. That was me a neat one who just stopped squeaking and has a mouthful of light. Oh God, I hate the country.
Trevor said you get to soak him. Why is he inside?
The ropes are hurting him.
You should be more careful with him, Jenny. He's as slippery as a nail. Move it.
Hang about. Is this wise? She wasn't even allowed to drive the car home. If a guy's a loaded gun in the hands of a drunk, they're not a loaded gun. That's what they want, you know?
I'm not drunk. Go on, Jenny.
I won't be a moment.
I hope you'd stop pointing that thing at me. What does he need a gun for anyway?
He uses it to shoot rabbits. He says it helps him relax.
You must have never seen a man in need of relaxations than your husband.
Well, I'm not sure, but it certainly relaxes the rabbits.
That's my worry. I'm not a bloody rabbit. They don't like the way that veins throbbing in his temple, and the way like staying fleeting all the time.
Do you prefer to use something stronger?
No, I'm all for verbal restraint. In my view, bad language is only one short step behind physical violence.
If you don't like violence, you better sit.
Is it because you're mad?
What do you think?
Were you hurting?
Not really. It was in an underground car park. He came from the shadows, snatched my bag, then my necklace, and then my earrings.
And your brooch?
Yes. Then he left without a word. I felt like a soldier who'd been stripped of his rank on the parade ground.
And that's all that happened?
Yes, he didn't try to snatch anything else.
Did they catch him?
No, I didn't even know what it looked like. You have a balaclava helmet.
So you couldn't identify him?
No. For a moment, I thought it might have been my husband, trying to get some of his money back. It was the right time.
Does he object to you spending money?
Don't all husbands?
Oh, well, I understand it's the main source of contention between couples.
He says I'm the black hole in our personal finance. He never even asked me if I'd been hurt. Only what was taken.
So a diamond and sapphire butterfly brooch was taken, worth 15 grand.
Yes.
Still, I suppose it was insured.
Yes, but it's not the same physics. My husband gave it to me on my birthday.
So he can be generous.
Yes, but not as generous as he was. I noticed when he makes checks these days, the pen speaks more than it did. There's more flourish to the signature.
So,
And the sound, as he rips the perforation, is quite deafening.
so you don't have your own money?
You ask too many questions, don't you?
Well, I'm fascinated by other people's lives.
Is that why you break into people's houses?
Yes. I suppose I'm lonely. I was a latchkey child. I've been from the outside, seen the light through the window, heard the laughter. I think that's why I've always wanted to know what was behind the locked doors and share some intimate existence with other people.
I don't mind you sharing your sprigs. I just don't want you taking it away with you.
I suppose that's envy.
So it's this aching loneliness that makes you bust into people's
I don't bust in. I enter with reverence. Of privilege. And it's been a privilege to this place.
Really?
Everything in such exquisite taste. Some of the rooms breathtaking. They must compliment you in a sense of color and style.
How do you know it was my taste?
It's usually the woman. You're obviously more mature than he is. I suppose it's because you're older.
What? How did you know I know? Then how did you know?
I found your birth certificate.
What?
It was there. It was in the secret compartment.
You looked at my birth certificate?
I hope you don't mind.
So you don't just take things, you cry.
As I said, I I'm fascinated by other people's lives.
And when you looked in the drawer, did you find anything else?
Oh yes, and since it's something you may not be able to claim for the insurance the second time, I will return it. One diamond and sapphire butterfly brooch, worth 15 grand. Lost and now found.
Suppose I was to let you go.
I thought you might.
You better go to the garden.
You won't shoot me, sort of by
I'm
accident.
not drunk.
But I didn't say why. It's not a standard you have to believe. One question. Why were you so sure you hadn't set the alarm?
I remembered not doing it.
But it was absent-mindedness, then how can you be sure? Unless it's deliberate.
Please, you're wasting time. Goodbye. Oh, good. Thank God.
Barbara! It's coming! Does it hurt? Of course it bloody hurts.
Can I look?
Are you a doctor?
No.
Then keep away.
What to help you?
Yeah, help me to an early grave.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? It's a bit late for sorry now, isn't it?
I feel dreadful.
Ah, you feel dreadful. As soon as I saw that guy, I knew it was going to be used. I've always considered my body as a sacred trust. Now look at me. I find I've one more hole than nature intended.
I said I'm sorry.
Well, you can't say that often enough as far as I'm concerned.
Look, I take full responsibility.
Good, because there's 3-year prison sentence in this for someone and damages.
What?
But I'm not a bloody rabbit. I have rights.
You are trying to escape.
Can you blame me?
Let me help you.
Don't touch me. I may not be mad, but I've never shot anyone.
What do you expect? You break into my house.
Our house.
What did I expect? I expect you to set me an example. I expect you to show me some moral leadership, instead of which I get gunned down.
No one asked you to come here.
Don't worry. I'll wait for an invitation next time in gold lettering.
Look, it proves one thing. I couldn't kill anyone.
Well, you've made a bloody good stab at it, that's all I can say. I'm dying.
You're talking a great deal for someone who's dying.
Why not? I may not have another chance.
I only meant to frighten you.
Well, you succeeded beyond your wildest dreams.
My worry is that I can't see any blood.
That's because I'm anemic. I don't have high blood pressure. I have. Any idea what strains it puts on the system? High blood pressure and no blood.
My worry is that we need it.
Maybe you should fix him something to drink.
A drink to the stomach would be fatal.
I take a sip. My mouth is dry.
It's all that talking.
I'll get you some water.
No. Black carrot. If I go in style.
Don't give me report on that. The line is cut. Perhaps you could fix it. Why did you cut the line?
As I told you, I think. I didn't do it. I can't stand heights.
Let's take a look, Trevor. Barbara, you better rest. You look terrible.
Terrible?
Did you hear that? She looks terrible. What about me?
Well, I must say you look very lively for someone who's dying.
Well, yes. I'm functioning entirely on adrenaline at the moment.
I wish you'd let me look.
No, it's too late for that. Will you get me a cigarette?
There used to be a silver cigarette house here.
Is there? I wonder where it went.
There's another in the study. I won't be able to.
If you see smoke appearing from an unexpected hole, don't be alarmed.
Well, at least you haven't lost a sense of humor.
If I go, I'll go with a merry quip on my lips.
You're very brave.
We never know what inner resources we have until we need to call on them.
My God!
What's the matter?
You're beginning to bleed.
Am I?
Let me look.
Are you ready for this? You can't make a nurse, I can see that.
It's very plain.
I am very pale. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Karen!
What?
That's Karen. You haven't been shot.
I was shot. Only it hit my prayer.
Please tell me.
No, you're not.
Why not?
Because of this. Yes. You couldn't wear it tonight, could you? Not on the anniversary.
Give it to me.
He gave it to you, didn't he?
What do you mean?
I mean, a locket usually has two pictures. The woman and her beloved. So as this. But the beloved ain't Trevor.
What do you want?
To get out of here, that's all. Then it's all yours.
Just give it to me and then I'll know what I'll do with it. I'll let you go. I'll get you out of here. Give it to me. Give it to me.
What's going on?
It's bleeding!
I'm afraid so.
Not on the carpet.
What?
Can't you get him into the kitchen? It's a tile floor in there. He can't be bleeding on my carpet.
Don't ask, I want to talk to Mr. Miles.
Still talking, please. I should have thought that you'd want to save your breath.
Yes, I just wanted to say, if I'm going to die here, it's going to look very bad for you.
What's for you, I'd imagine.
Perhaps don't care what happens to your wife.
Why did you say that?
She could be in serious trouble. You both could. Shooting someone with an unlicensed gun.
What makes you think it's unlicensed?
Guns of that age usually are. Not going to look very good. Managing director in shooting incident. Doesn't inspire business confidence. Get my drift? Yes. Now, the most important thing is to get as much distance between myself and this house as soon as possible.
How can you do that? You're wounded.
I manage.
They're still out there, aren't they?
Perhaps, but not for long. They are city dwellers. The countryside makes them nervous. And then there are those eyes.
What eyes?
All those eyes out there, when you flash a light, there they are. Yellow, green, staring at you through the bushes.
They are probably antelopes.
I don't care what they are, it's really intimidating. Why don't our eyes light up like that?
I have no idea.
Good thing, I suppose. It makes splendid football out of question. Imagine 5,000 pairs of eyes lighting up in the main sky. Frightening, huh? Oh, God, I hate the country.
No, nothing. Come.
You're right. And if you could only show me where the key to the door is, I'll make myself scarce.
It's over there on the mantelpiece. I did not say you could take it. I was just thinking.
Well, don't leave it too long. What are you thinking?
I am thinking, why is it that you're holding your stomach when the bullet is embedded over there in the hole? Take a look right there. The bullet is embedded.
Now, it must have meandered.